Good morning, everyone. So, today I'm here again with a new topic, new chapter, that is water bodies, chapter number 3 in your book. So, already the syllabus has been completed, so it's just like a revision class. So, water bodies, we are going to read about water bodies. So, water is an important element of life, and we cannot even think of life without it. If we look around, then we find a river, a stream, or lake somewhere, right? Therefore, in this chapter, we are going to learn about the different bodies of water and their importance on earth. So, first is ocean. We know that our planet is water world, right? Earth appears blue from space because the ocean cover nearly 70% of the Earth's surface. Their average depth is about 4,000 meters. In some places, the ocean is deeper than the tallest mountain. The oceans hold nearly 97% of the Earth's water. There are five major oceans, all connected to each other. Deep below the oceans are the ocean basins, which vary in size, shape, and features due to the movement of the Earth's crust. Hence, we find all the features that we find on land, like peaks, valley, plain, even in the oceans. Now, the point is how these oceans formed. So, topic is formation of oceans. The earth began as a cloud of dust and hot gases. After the earth's surface had cooled down to the temperature below the boiling point, rain began to fall and continued to fall for centuries as water drained into the great hollow in the earth's surface. The primeval ocean came into existence. The forces of gravity prevented the water from the falling off the planet, and eventually the oceans were formed. So the topic is the five oceans. So what are the five oceans? There are five major oceans on the earth. These are the Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Oceans, and Indian Ocean, and Southern Ocean and Arctic Ocean. So first of all, we will talk about Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean, covering about 30% of the Earth's surface area. The ocean floor of the Pacific is quite uniform in depth, having an average elevation of about 4,300 meters below the sea level. It borders four continents: North America, South America, Australia, and Asia. The equator divides it into two parts, the North Pacific Ocean and South Pacific Ocean. The deepest point in the ocean and the whole world is the Mariana Trench, which lies about 10,994 meters below the sea level. About 25,000 islands can be found in the Pacific Ocean region. Many of these islands are actually the tops of volcanic mountains formed by the release of molten rock from the beneath the ocean floor. Some of the major seas of the Pacific Ocean are the Coral Seas, the Tasman Sea and Yellow Sea, and the Sea of Japan. Now the point is Atlantic Ocean. So the Atlantic Ocean is the world's second largest ocean and covers 25% of the Earth's surface. In size, the Atlantic Ocean is roughly 6.5 times the size of the USA. The ocean body contains most of our planet's shallow seas, but it has relatively few islands. Some of the shallow seas found in the Atlantic Ocean include the Caribbean Sea and Mediterranean Sea, the Baltic Sea and Black Sea, the North Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico. Now, let's talk about Indian Ocean. The Indian Ocean covers about 14% of the Earth's surface area, and it is the third largest ocean. This ocean is enclosed on three sides by the landmass of Africa, Asia, and Australia. The lowest point of the Indian Ocean is the Java Trench, that is, we call it Sunda, which is about 7,258 meter deep. Its average depth is about 3,890 meter. The important seas of this ocean are the Persian Gulf, the Red Sea, and the Andaman Sea, the Arabian Sea, the Bay of Bengal, the Gulf of Aden, the Gulf of Oman, the Java Sea, Mozambique Channel, the Strait of Malacca, and the Timor Sea. There are a number of islands nations along the continental edge of the Indian Ocean. Some of the major islands nations are the Madagascar, Comoros, Seychelles, Maldives, Mauritius, and Sri Lanka. The Indian Ocean is vital to the ocean trade as to provide major sea routes that connect the Middle East, Africa, and East Asia with Europe, North America, and South America. Now, the next ocean is, which we are going to read, that is Southern Ocean. The Southern Ocean occupies about 4% of the Earth's surface. How much it is? 4%. The Southern Ocean completely surrounds Antarctica, extending to the latitude 60 degrees south. The Southern Ocean's deepest point is in the South Sandwich Trench, that is about 7,235 meters below the sea level. Seas adjacent to this ocean include the Amundsen Sea, Bellingshausen Sea, and the Ross Sea, the Scotia Sea, and the Weddell Sea. Now, next ocean is Arctic Ocean. So, the Arctic Ocean is located around the North Pole of across the Arctic Circle. It is the smallest and shallowest of the world's 5 oceans. This ocean is connected to the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean via small gaps between continents like the Russia, Canada, Greenland, Iceland, Norway, and the United States, that is Alaska. Borders along the Arctic Ocean. The Arctic Ocean is connected to the Atlantic Ocean by the Greenland Sea and the Pacific Ocean via Barrett Strait. The deepest point in the Arctic Ocean is the Eurasian Basin at the depth of the 5,450 meters. This ocean is strategically important as it is a shortest route between the North America and Russia. Now let's talk about what are the importance of these oceans. The oceans moderate the earth temperature by distributing heat around the planet. Oceans produce more than half of the oxygen in the atmosphere and absorb most of the carbon dioxide from it. Oceans are the essential part of the earth's water cycle since they cover so much of the planet. Most of the evaporation comes from the oceans and most of the precipitation falls into the ocean. Oceans are also important for trade. Without commercial ships and barges, the transportation of goods from place to place would be much more difficult and expensive. Oceans have tremendous biodiversity and most of the biomass of earth is found in them. Now let's talk about seas. Like oceans, even seas are important water bodies present on the surface of the earth. A sea generally refers to a large body of salt water, but the term is used in other contexts as well. Most commonly, it means a large expanse of saline water that may or may not be connected with an ocean. Seas are areas of the ocean that are close to the bounded by a greater or the lesser degree of land. The degree to which seas are enclosed by land affects the degree of which they share water flow with the larger oceans or seas which they are connected to. There are two types of seas that can be defined by the degree of enclosure and the connection to the larger bodies of water. First is marginal sea and second is inland sea. Now the topic is, what is the meaning of marginal sea? A marginal sea is the sea which is partially enclosed by islands or peninsulas. Some of the major marginal seas include the Arabian Sea, Baltic Sea, Bay of Bengal, Barents Sea, Gulf of California, Gulf of Mexico, Mediterranean Sea and Red Sea, and all 4 Siberian seas. What are the name of them? Barents, Kara, Laptev and East Siberian. Because they open out the larger ocean or sea, marginal seas share the current formed by ocean winds and these currents dominate the water circulation. Marginal seas are far more common than the inland sea. Marginal sea of the Indian Ocean are listed. First is Andaman Sea, Bay of Bengal, Persian Gulf, Sea of Jans, Arabian Sea, Java Sea, Red Sea. These are the examples of the marginal seas which are enclosed in the Indian Ocean. So this was all about the chapter water bodies. So you just go through the chapter from your book. So major lakes of the world is Lake Baikal, Lake Erie, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, Lake Ontario, Lake Superior. So these are the examples of the major lakes in the world. I hope that this class is beneficial for your revision purpose. Thank you and have a good day.